So this video is specifically to commemorate National Nutrition Week 2021. The theme of this year National Nutrition Week is feeding smart from the start, which means we need to be very, very careful about nutrition from the time the fetus is there in the womb. When the baby is growing inside the mother is when the nutrition comes in place till the golden years of life, right? So I'm going to be talking about each phase of life and how important it is. While there has been enough and more emphasis about tobacco causing harmful effects on health, I and a lot of other healthcare professionals strongly believe that unhealthy diet, intake of junk and processed food has similar effect on our health. So that's how bad unhealthy lifestyle and food can be. So let's talk about healthy diet, what it means at different stages of life. So like I said, the theme says feeding smart from the start. It is very important that the mother's nutrition is taken care of when she's growing another human being inside her. So it becomes extremely important that she's taking utmost care of her nutrition. During pregnancy, there's an increased requirement of calcium, folate, iron, omega-3. So the mother needs to make sure that she eats a diverse diet, including all the vegetables, fruits, whole grains, pulses, protein-rich food, to ensure that she gets the nutrition and thereby the baby gets the nutrition. Omega-3 is extremely important along with all the other nutrition for the brain growth of the child. And then the second phase comes, which is breastfeeding. Again, very important for the mother and for the baby. Of course, for the baby, because the baby gets all her nutrition through mother's milk. And it is equally important for the mother because the mother is also going through the healing process after giving birth. So again, green leafy vegetables, adequate hydration, using herbs and spices, using healing foods, using natural superfoods like let's say curry leaves, drumstick leaves, nuts and seeds. All these things are extremely important. And then let's understand nutrition as all of us know that from childhood. Let's say an infant, when the brain growth is exponential, the brain is growing at a very, very rapid pace, and thereby it's extremely important that the child is given the right kind of food. So the first and foremost is breast milk. So feed your child as much as you can. Exclusively on breastfeed for 6 months is the best thing that you can do for your child, and then gradually start introducing top foods. Make sure that you're not depending on all these top foods which comes out of the packet, which are your cereals, your various kind of powders, finger foods as they call it. Instead of that, look at things like doing a rice and dal khichdi, mash it nicely or maybe grind it, add vegetables to it, vegetable purees, stewed apple or stewed fruits, mashed banana. Start adding those kind of things, eggs, egg whites. Make sure that you start giving the right kind of nutrition from that stage. Now come to childhood. Obviously, children these days are under a lot of peer pressure because there are children who are, literally thriving on junk without realizing that it will have, wrong effects later. So make sure that you educate your children on right nutrition. It's extremely important for their well-being and for their future, so that they can impart the same education to their future generation. So make sure that of course you can give them processed or fast food, whatever they like, but there has to be a limitation on it. Let's say once in 10 days, once in 15 days. Apart from that, they have to be given at least 2 to 3 fruits per day, 2 servings of salads, a proper meal which has dal, roti, sabzi, chawal. Make sure that their protein intake is high because they're growing, because their brain is still growing till the age of 16. So they have to grow tall, they have hormones taking place. So make sure that they're given the right kind of food and along with the education. Instead of giving them snacks of, junks, chips, biscuits, juices, give them nuts and seeds, give them dry fruits, give them fresh fruits. So once you inculcate these habits in your children, they are able to carry on that legacy to their next generation as well. And then comes adulthood, which is the most dangerous one, because we're so engrossed with our other responsibility that our nutrition or that our health and our well-being takes the last seat. So we were sitting and working for at least anywhere between 8 to 12 hours and eating everything that's coming out, in front of our eyes. It could be junk, it could be, unfortunately, even if it's, the normal simple meal of dal, roti, sabzi, but if you're just sitting throughout the day and eating, that itself becomes calorie dense and can cause a lot of issues. So please understand that overeating or not physically being active and eating adequate amount is equally bad for your health. So make sure that if you are a working professional, if you have a desk job, that you are paying close attention to what you're eating in terms of the quality, in terms of the quantity, in terms of the diversity, and make sure that you're physically active. So obviously one has to, given the kind of health crisis we are in, one has to make sure that there is about 30 minutes to 45 minutes physical activity at least 5 to 6 times a week. And apart from that, every few hours or every couple of hours walk for 10 minutes. That adds up to your physical active, which is also called NEAT, which is non-exercise activity thermogenesis, which basically kickstarts your metabolism rate. So just that much for your well-being, for your health, isn't too much of an asking. So make sure you do that. And then we go to the golden years of our life. While as we progress in age, the caloric requirement comes down, which we don't realize, and we continue to eat the same amount, which does of course lead to various health issues because our digestive system is not as active as it used to be, and thereby we're not able to digest that much food. And the physical activity also comes down. So we need to make sure that we're eating the right food, especially for senior citizens, for that golden years of life. You need to give them calcium rich food, you need to give them iron rich food, you need to give them good amount of protein, and making sure that the food is soft enough for them to eat. If you follow these throughout your life, you do not need any meal replacement therapies. You do not need, supplements per se. Of course, if there's no we're kind of outlining the medical conditions. But if you're in general healthy individuals, you don't need any supplements. You will not fall sick time and again. Your immunity will be good. So make sure that you're taking care of your food from the beginning till the golden years of your life. Please remember, feeding smart right from the start. Take care.